Hello, intruder. It seems this is my last chance to stop you. Therefore, I must pull out Robo Rex. This is your end.
Wait, you might be asking yourself, how did we get here? Howdy folks and welcome. I hope you're doing well and are ready for this Resident Evil Half-Life inspired wonder. If you're anything like me and love B-action films with amazingly corny dialogue and an insane world, this is that game. Join me down the dinosaur rabbit hole and find out what horrors the scientists at Sierra have been creating.
This variant is codenamed Goliath. He will hunt you no matter where you go. Good luck, intruder.
I cannot stress to you how much fun I had playing Fossilfuel 2. Whether it was the interesting level design, horrifying atmosphere, or finding secrets hidden away, Fossilfuel 2 does an excellent job keeping the player intrigued. I had no expectations other than dinosaurs being in this game, and I was not disappointed. Fossilfuel 2 does not take long to start.
Watch out! Watch out!
I was not expecting this.
Hey, Jack! Are you still alive? Hey! Oh my God!
Where are we, the forest? While exploring for something to cut the lock with, I took in the sun and the shade. I also found out there wasn't a barrier to the water, a thing I check weirdly in every game. Remember when I said Half-Life inspired? Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Also, I'm such a big fan of Walking with Dinosaurs, both land and sea episodes, that this game was starting to really pique my interest. We finally find this impromptu cutter wrench thing, and we have our first Resident Evil valve puzzle. I really enjoyed this cinematically. I was expecting to stay topside, but descending into this gigantic decommissioned nuclear silo had me apprehensive. And yeah, I was right. I don't play many horror games, and when I do, it's usually with my fiance with me to give me encouragement. So playing this alone, I was a goober and played on easy, hence why the hints are everywhere. But please don't judge, I'm definitely coming back to this game, and you'll see why. We have our classic Resident Evil save system and notes, very classy, and various ways to go, amazing. They're blocked off by different actions, so we of course have to investigate. I immediately knew what I was expected to do, which I enjoyed, and I think that says a lot about the developer's ability to incorporate their choices tangibly in the game. I also enjoyed the music, and then hearing that growl, oh goodness, I was just getting confident. The instant I saw the exit sign, I thought to myself, will this be like Condemned? I was glad that I was on easy because it didn't feel that way too many times, and honestly the atmosphere was scary itself. We get to see our first dinosaur, and wow, they did a great job with the models, and holy moly is that scary. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a photo of it, and we sneak onwards and release the steam valve. Oh, absolutely not. I do not like that Sam I am. I do not like Utah Raptors, green eggs, or ham. Luckily, we escape and find ourselves in the RIPD lobby. I mean, the museum. I enjoyed this safe room, especially with all of the dinosaur bones strewn around. It reminded me of the Natural History Museum, except no scary octopus and whale fighting in the dark corner. I swear, that messed me up as a kid. Anyways, we find a body of one of our companions dead. Obviously, we pick up his radio and we meet Maximus, who tells us about our true mission here. I chuckle just a little bit because they could have just used the cloud computing, but anyways, don't think about it.
Jack, you survived. The mission is still on. Find the Sierra source code hard drives. Remember, the objective is to recover all 3. Keep your eyes open. I don't want any surprises.
We're here to retrieve 3 SSD cards containing vital information. Well, it seemed like there was nothing more to do here, so like any good survival horror game, we backtracked. Turning off the valves was horrifying, and if you have a fear of deep water and prehistoric monsters, I would not play this game. Luckily, we drain the silo and continue on our way to Central. We have to find out how to power a computer, and naturally, there's a nice utility room not too far off. Reading over the papers, I can only assume this is why Nvidia is tanking so much. Anyways, again, another Resident Evil trope, but you gotta love it. Every time I interacted with something, my heart rate spiked, knowing something evil was coming. Obviously, evil robot AI was not on my bingo card for this game, and I wasn't sure why they had gone for it, but trust me, it pays off.
Good evening, Doctor. Oh, I see you're not the doctor. Running diagnostic. It would appear that we have catastrophic containment breach and flooding in all levels. Implementing additional lockdown measures. I'm sorry, intruder, but I cannot allow you to leave.
I swear Hollywood's next decade for big villains will be AI. The movie Stealth was ahead of its time. We activate the AI and lo and behold, he's evil, like the note said. Honestly, all the tropes this game uses are so perfectly utilized that I had to find them intentionally ironic. Like, the writers must have known how crazy all of this is, right? And adding an AI computer who sounds like an accountant concept made me laugh every time. Later on too, there's something absolutely banana interactions that were so over the top that I had to accept the notion that the developers were in on the joke. And the joke almost always paid off. We get our first real weapon and oh boy, the shooting in this game is nothing revolutionary, but after our run-in with the Raptors, anything above 9mm sounds good to me about now. We get the scary Raptors and I couldn't help but think about the Jurassic Park and hearing, "Clever girl." The AI is also nothing to write home about, but the scripting was well done. What I mean by that was there was always something happening around the next corner. That lasted throughout the whole game. Anyways, with our newfound power, we shoot out the power to the gate and discover our first SSD card. This doesn't make the AI happy.
Hello, intruder. You are in possession of Sierra proprietary property. I am therefore forced to take action. In front of you, you see one of our research subjects, a prototype variant of our Homo erectus rex. This mutant is not only strong, but poisonous as well. This variant is codenamed Goliath. He will hunt you no matter where you go. Good luck, intruder.
Oh my god, it is Dinosaur Resident Evil. This creature is poisonous line had me laughing, but once the thing descended, oh, I went oh crap. The Goliath is the nemesis of this game. Again, the developers knew exactly what they were doing. It added another layer of, what in the world is going on? And it had me checking all my corners. Anyways, we get lockpicks and somehow pick this door. I didn't know how I did it at first, but oh my god, this is why I didn't take the photo. And it opened the door? They could do that? The game does a good job with utilizing its soundscape. I actually listened to sounds and directions to help spot dinos, which coming from other games without directional sound, well, I won't point fingers. We find a way back into the museum section, and I don't know if there's a word for this feeling. Maybe German has it with their long verbiage, but the feeling of coming back to a familiar place. I don't know. Getting back to the museum, even for a second, made me excited that it was one of those games. So, remember how I said the game always had something around the corner? I was so happy and horrified about everything going on, and oh my god, what was that fish? Are you kidding me? We desperately rush around to find the valves. Who designed this place? Why isn't this automatic? I thought after one ambush and one killer fish would be over with the surprises, but oh how wrong I was. Take the photo, take the photo. Alright, run, run. I got so scared when playing against these invulnerable entities, I legitimately had to let someone else play Resident Evil 2 first before I would play. Wait, what? Yes, there are collectibles, which I quite liked. And another discovery moment. Very cool. I try to remember where another lockpit site was, and we venture forth from there. This was spooky. I thought the horror in this game was fantastic and definitely had me jumping out of my seat sometimes. You know I ran as fast as I could to the museum. After saving the game and taking my dog out for a walk, we enter the paddock. I like how you can choose which levels to do first. This felt true to the world, and not knowing what was on each floor had an eerie feeling to it. One low point was the shop. I kind of felt the UI was a bit clunky and wished there were more items or upgrades. Now, that's a long eel. I liked the platforming of this game once I got a hang of it. The spot also felt very Half-Life 2 to me. Wait, I've seen this before. Oh my god, did I just trip and kill myself? I did I? I was on the floor laughing at this point, and then I wasn't. They're going to break the pipe, aren't they? Oh god, what is that noise? Alright. Go, 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 go! Ha! Can't get me now. Wait, what? This wasn't a door? It was a valve? Oh, not today. After gracefully passing our tests, we ventured down into the water. Another horrifying design. Being in the water fogs your vision, and even though nothing came at us, it was still disorienting. And oh my god, why did they have to show up each time you use a ladder? Oh crap. Again, this game keeps them coming. Small carnivore paddock? What is this, Jurassic Park? Oh my god, it is Jurassic Park. At this point, my heart was racing a mile a minute, so like any true gamer, I just booked it through the field. Only to find the large carnivore paddock? Now, I had no idea what I was supposed to do at first. I even accidentally shot one of Maximus's men. I don't think he'll like that later on. In my defense, I thought this glass was hard enough to stop like 20 tons of water getting in. Anyways, they drop you down to face this ugly. They did such a great job with the textures on the Spinosaurus. Even though I killed it pretty fast, I can't help but enjoy shooting dinos with guns. It brings me back to the days on the Boardwalk arcades playing those dino co-op shooters. We dispatch the boss and spend the next 10 minutes trying to find a way out of this arena. I didn't realize, but you had to go through the tunnels. Unfortunately, this mishap meant that all of Maximus's guys died, which he was not very happy about. I don't know what happens if you do save them, but I'm guessing there is multiple endings to this game. I finally figure out how to get back to where we need to go, and oh, this is a flamethrower? That's cool. Oh no. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Guys, gals, if you have a fear of insects, pass the controller over to someone else. Even the music had the hairs on my neck crawling. We continue on with some wicked platforming and make it to our next boss, the giant dung beetle. We headshot it. Stupid beetle. No? What is this?
Down, 1 to go.
Beautiful.
We're making good on securing an exit. That last drive first.
Well, that was a cool level, and I'm glad I started with that one. I wonder what comes next. Oh, I had forgotten about this guy. Seriously, the Goliath was scary, and knowing I couldn't even stagger him like Mr. X had me rushing anytime I heard his panting. The next level is the lab section. This level wasn't too intricate, but I did enjoy the dinosaurs it threw at you, and Goliath's constant badgering always had me on my toes. We get the 2 vials to open up the door, and oh my god, what is this? I felt like I was in an Aperture test room. This is campy at its finest. It's not the room level, but my god, if this isn't beautiful, I don't know what is.
For invading Goliath. I am therefore forced to do a biomechanical upgrade. This should be more than enough to deal with you.
Hilariously, the Goliath is 100% less scary and worrisome with this biotech upgrade. You can just run around and fry him in the water. I was disappointed at first, but then I realized something. This was the turning point in the game to something else. There is this point in many games where the first half of the game is staunchly different from the rest, for better or for worse. And this is one of those types of games. You go from a very solid Resident Evil-esque small puzzle survival horror game to becoming Gordon Freeman in Black Mesa, and I was here for it. The best way I could describe it would be before defeating Goliath, you're listening to sad and ominous piano music, and after you defeat him, you're jamming out to rock opera while blasting your way through this research facility.
We've secured an exit. We managed to get the security lock overridden on top floor access. Take the elevator and meet us on the surface level.
We meet up with Maximus, and I don't trust him with this metal between us. And I was happy there was a choice. I'll have to come back to see what happens if I choose the other option.
At least you can give me the source file so I can get paid. I knew you'd do something like this. Keeping the files for yourself. It doesn't matter. Because I'm gonna take those files from your cold dead fingers.
I'm coming for you. I'm gonna put my boot up your ass.
Okay. I haven't mentioned this a lot, but I really love the interiors they made in this game. It feels really polished with all the small details and well done lighting. Wait, what? Stealth?
Looks like he's not in
I tried. We fight through loads of troops and my brain is fully turned off. Don't ask questions about why they didn't just take the SSDs themselves. The only thing I'm thinking of now is, how do you train your Velociraptor? The developers did absolutely a fantastic job mixing up the pacing throughout this whole game. And this is one of those moments where I couldn't contain my eagerness to share this game with someone, and I had to text one of my friends. You literally play as a Velociraptor, which was another thing not on my bingo card. They were even in on the joke. I mean, this could be the tagline of the game. Raptors can't climb ladders? That's genius. Sadly, we have to put down our friend once we gain back control over our human. Honestly, I would take a Left 4 Dead style versus with these mechanics. Anyways, we open up the door and the reinforcements arrive. The AI wasn't hard, but it always was satisfying using the 44 against them or the M4. We get a Gordon Freeman style Eavesdrop.
Did you hear that? It sounded like an explosion. Yeah, sounds like the action's getting close. We better be ready. Are we really gonna waste Jack? Hey, we're not soldiers. We're mercenaries. We're here to get paid. He made his decision.
And tried to find our way to the docks. Wow, see? They never stop with the cinematic direction, which is really commendable this far into the game. That's really a great shot. And these creatures, even though they look sort of like PS2 modeled zombies, were scary. Also, the fact they were spliced with laser weapons made me even more interested in the happenings of this place, even though it is ridiculous. Oh my god, more tubes. We survive a trampling and make our last stand. At this point, we're full on weaving and dealing bullets. We get to our next save station and load up on supplies. I have a feeling this large door isn't a good thing.
Hello, intruder. It seems this is my last chance to stop you. Therefore, I must pull out Robo Rex. This is your end.
Robo Rex. Insanity. The novelty of fighting dinosaurs, let alone ones that are biomechanically altered, never went away. We even get a Wilhelm scream if you die to it. After defeating Robo Rex, we get access to, I guess, the mainframe of the AI. Yeah, again, you're not really playing this for the story. Ah, my eyes! I don't know what's going on here with the gloom and the lighting for the outside. Was it snowing? Was it fog? Why does the blood effect look like I'm playing a game on the Xbox in 2005? Holy moly, how many enemies are here? This went from Outlast to Doom real quick. Even on the outside, we have to get valves. We make our way up and get to another boss. Maximus has somehow found himself an AT walker and starts attacking us. This was an okay battle, but none of the bosses had any true mechanics to them, other than taking lead from the player. With Maximus defeated, we get on our boat and... another boss fight? What the hell? I wasn't expecting this. And our boat just keeps going around in circles? I think they could have gotten away with just 2 bosses here. Honestly, the Meg could have just been a bazooka and a large explosion, and I would have gone home cheering. But this was kind of a weird way to end such an amazing and unique journey. You have unlimited ammo and the Meg just eats 30 round mags from your M4 and resets. Yet for how tame the ending was, I'm more than excited to go back on different difficulties and unlock more secrets. What was behind the master lock door? What happened if I gave Maximus the information? Would it have had a different outcome? All in all, Fossilfuel 2 was such a great experience for me personally. I subscribe to the quote-unquote movie rule. Here in New York City, sadly, movies cost around $24 to see and usually last an hour and a half to 3 hours. If I can get more than that time or the same amount of time with a game for that amount of money, I consider it worthwhile, especially if it's a fun game. I can confidently say that this game has a lot of charm and character to it. I think if you enjoy the newer Resident Evil games and Half-Life series, there's a lot here that you'll enjoy. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment on your favorite dinosaur, click that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. If you really enjoyed the video, check out my channel. I'm sure there's something there for you. And as always, see you next time.